Let's talk about Liquid Web Hosting. So the big question is this platform really worth it or not? Let's talk about that. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about Liquid Web Hosting, I want you to think about a fully scalable web hosting platform. And this is basically a managed web host that offers a lot of plans. You have a lot of features. You have commandable uptime and terrific customer service. And this is kind of cool, but you have to understand it is not cheap. So this is one of those things where to think about when you think about liquid web hosting. Think about a lack of affordability. So I mean, if you have the resources, go ahead with it, not a problem. So Liquid Web actually it's really known for its managed VPS solutions. I mean, they offer other hosting solutions as well, but their VPS solutions are really some of the best in the industry. And the platform offers a strong uptime, commandable customer service, and a feature-packed set of plans. It doesn't offer, as of now, shared hosting, and it's pretty expensive compared to other web hosts. And when we talk about Liquid Web, we're speaking about a web hosting provider that's kind of cool for big businesses. So we're talking about big specs for big businesses, okay? And so think about VPS. They do a dedicated servers. They do a VPS, and sometimes they do cloud hosting as well. And this is kind of cool. And what we love about Liquid Web is that they are far from being an entry level hosting provider. They actually they've been around for a while, and big money is behind this business. This is not your small side or your small web hosting platform. No, they actually have a venture capital firm behind this firm. So you are talking about a company that's well managed, that has big ambitions when you think about web hosting. I want to look at the pros and cons of this player, so we have a clear idea what we're getting ourselves into. The pros first. You have robust, dedicated VPS cloud and reseller packages, pro-rated VPS plans, powerful high-end server specs, terrific customer service, excellent uptime in testing, and powerful service for mission-critical sites, big introductory discounts, 100% uptime guarantee backed by SLA, and server management. That's really included. What about the cons? You do not have shared hosting plans through Liquid Web, and the prices are kind of high. The prices are kind of high, so this is expensive with few refund options. And you have premium level prices, advanced solutions for tech savvy. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. So as I'm talking about pricing, let's quickly get into pricing here so we have a clear idea what kind of numbers we're talking about. So you can see this on the screen here when it comes to pricing. So at least you have a clear idea what I'm talking about. So look here, you have Intel, what they call Intel E, Intel Xeon, and Intel Xeon Gold. So you can see that we're speaking here about 149 per month, 149 per month and 199 per month. Okay, so and basically you have to choose the data center that is nearest to your core audience. You can see that for our case here, we chose the western side of the US. So you have for high traffic sites, multiple websites, and for databases. So you can see that we're not speaking about the small amounts here. I want to show you another screenshot. Look here. This is this are the numbers for US Central. So you can also choose EU Netherlands. And so it's one of those things where, again, you can see the numbers here are not the numbers that you usually see in our reviews here. So Liquid Web really remains a premium provider with many different hosting solutions. And so the process starts at $15 to $20 per month for its daughter company, Nexus Managed WordPress plans. However, the most popular solution is Liquid Web's VPS hosting, starting at about $15 to $20 per month. Additionally, there are more advanced solutions such as dedicated servers and public cloud too. So you have to see what really works for you. And so when we talk about, the prices, when we think about Liquid Web, the prices range quite a lot. And solutions such as managed WordPress and VPS can be scaled to $600 per month. And it really depends on what you're looking for. And nonetheless, the most popular Liquid Web option is VPS hosting and that's really the prices there are reasonable. So Liquid Web has a 4 VPS hosting plans, and all plans come with unlimited sites, dedicated IP monitoring, Cloudflare CDN, an integrated firewall, Secure Server Plus, 50 gigabyte Acronis cyber backup, and DDoS protection. So the plans you have essential, the advanced, the professional, and the elite. So it will cost you what will cost you based on the features that you need. And so the cheapest plan when it comes to VPS, you are looking at like a 40 bucks per month. Okay. Now, Liquid Web refund policy states that no service is eligible for refund unless stated in the SLA of that service. So while there is no official information, multiple Liquid Web reviews confirm that you will get a prorated refund for unused VPS services by contacting support. So it's one of those things where when you think about Liquid Web, I want you to think about an enterprise level service that can be nipped or tucked in every direction. It all depends on your needs and budgets for that matter. And so this makes it quite expensive, though. A couple of more affordable options with the introductory discounts are there as well. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Liquid Web hosting. I want to talk to you about the specs here. So when we think about Liquid Web hosting, what kind of specs are we talking about here? Well, you have all kinds of specs. You have no shared hosting. This is an important element you have to pay attention to. So Liquid Web does not offer shared web hosting, which is generally used by individuals and the smallest of businesses. So if you want to dabble into that hosting category, you must look elsewhere. You have HostGator, CloudHost, you have a Bluehost, and so on and so forth. And that's something that you need to think about. You can also think about AccuWeb. And so let's talk about Liquid Web's VPS hosting plan. So when we talk about the specs here, I think I spoke to you earlier about the VPS hosting plans. This is where the company actually concentrates its business model. Of course, you can also, if you want to dabble into a reseller hosting, not a problem. If you want to do cloud hosting, not a problem. If you want to do dedicated hosting, not a problem. But VPS hosting is an area where Liquid Web actually plays its greatest enchilada, if you will. And so this is kind of cool. And let's talk about. So I've already talked about the VPS hosting plane, so I'm not going to really linger on those categories too long. But I want to talk about the dedicated hosting plans. So if you're looking to build your website on the strongest possible foundation, you want to check out Liquid Web's dedicated server offerings. With dedicated hosting, your site taps of servers full system resources instead of sharing them with other sites. This is one of Liquid Web's primary offerings in terms of hosting. Okay, so when we talk about dedicated hosting, there are dedicated servers come in a variety of configurations, ranging from a server with a single quad-core processor to 240 gigabyte solid-state drives with a 1 terabyte backup drive. You have 5 terabyte of monthly data transfers and 60 gigabyte of RAM, starting at about $199 per month, to a server with high-end 32 core processors with 2 480 gigabyte solid-state drives and a 1 terabyte SATA backup drive. You have 15 terabyte of monthly data transfers and 128 gigabyte of RAM, starting at about $499 to $799 per month. So it is what it is. You also have a WordPress hosting plans. This is also a possibility. If you go through a Liquid Web, not a problem. You can get that as well. So Liquid Web's managed hosting environment is specifically designed for installing WordPress and associated plugins. In fact, you don't have to install the CMS at all, as it comes pre-installed. So this is kind of cool. Let me talk to you about Liquid Web's cloud hosting plan. So they do have also cloud hosting. This is an important thing to really think about. So besides shared VPS, dedicated, and WordPress hosting, basically, I mean, they don't offer shared hosting as of yet, but Liquid Web also offers cloud hosting. So here, the resources that your site needs to operate are shared across multiple servers. And Liquid Web's cloud hosting comes in multiple tiers with the CentOS 7 Linux or Windows operating systems. The prices start at a whopping $149 per month for a 16 gigabyte of RAM, 408 gigabyte of SSD storage, and 5 terabyte of monthly data, and scale to more than $699 to $799 per month, depending on your configuration of choice. There's a lot of flexibility should you need to expand server resources. You also have Liquid Web's reseller hosting plans. So this is also a possibility. This is not a problem at all. And so Liquid Webs actually has excellent reseller web hosting packages. So they start at about $99 per month. With this is kind of cool, and those come with an exclusive web host manager complete solution, plugin, and instant provisioning. And in terms of security features, this is kind of really cool. Also, if you want security, Liquid Web's got you covered. The company offers firewalls. You have a secure socket layer SSL. You have a virtual private network VPN plugins, malware scanning and removal, and much more. So the possibilities are there. Some features come bundled with specific packages, while others you will need to purchase as add-ons. And Liquid Web has free nightly backups too, which will safeguard you should your site suffer massive damage. So this is kind of cool in terms of backup functionalities or backup scalabilities, if you will. So that's just fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Liquid Web hosting. I want to talk to you about the uptime you can expect with the Liquid Webs. You will be pleased by the numbers. I mean, they have a very highly dependable uptime, and so if your site is down, clients or customers will be unable to find you or access your products or services. And so Liquid Web is really incredibly dependable when it comes to uptime. Fantastic. Okay, we're speaking about upwards of 99.9%. This is really cool. In terms of customer service, you'll be pleased also. I mean, customer service is really great. I mean, they boast an excellent customer support team, and this is a squad of knowledgeable people who assist you in under a minute. If you reach out by phone, in under 30 minutes. If you submit a help desk ticket, and in under 59 seconds if you reach out by chat. So listen, this is what it is. This is what money actually pays for. Okay, and they call themselves heroic support. So this is a heroic support, customer service team, really. So we're really impressed with the responsive speed and thoroughness. Okay, so since Liquid Web is pricey, it is actually it's really expectable, if you will, to have this sort of service. And so what I want to say here is that without question, Liquid Web is one of the most powerful web hosts that they're all basically out there, and it has numerous packages with absolutely killer specs that will cost you a pretty money. Liquid Web may not have shared hosting packages, but the company's excellent, dedicated, and VPS hosting are enough to place it among the web hosting elite when you really think about it. And so this is really, now if Liquid Web is too expensive for you, or you want to explore other players on the market, you can try DreamHost, you can try HostGator, you could try HostWinds, you can try Bluehost, and so on and so forth. So it's one of those things where to see what really works for you. And one thing I want to say also is that when we talk about Liquid Web's dependable uptime, this is a constant, because we have tested this over 2 to 3 weeks, and the uptime was constant for that period. So it's not like they go through peaks and valleys. No, they are constant at like higher than 99.9%. So this is kind of cool. I want to talk to you about the value added. So when we talk about Liquid Web, what kind of value does this player add to your operation, or what kind of potential value could they add to your operations? Well, it really depends. So, I mean, there are a lot of things to like about Liquid Web. There are a lot of things that can really make them add value to your operations. For starters, basically, you have storage. So when we talk about dedicated server or VPS servers, the storage, the numbers are really up there. They're really high. So if you go with the cheapest plan, you are looking at the 2 gigabyte RAM on the VPS. This actually comes with 2 CPU cores. You have 2 GB of RAM. You have 40 GB of SSD space and 10 terabyte of bandwidth. This is kind of cool already. I mean, you are really talking about pretty good numbers here. There is also a 100% uptime guarantee, so more than 99.9%. So, and but this 100% uptime guarantee only covers server power and network access. In other words, making sure your site stays online is entirely your job. You can also make unlimited sites on your managed server. With one caveat, you need to pick a server image when Enter works as your control panel. The classic cPanel is limited to 5 site accounts per server. So you get your choice of server, OS, and control panel. This is kind of cool. I mean, Liquid Web sticks to the fairly well-known Linux server distributions, including CentOS, Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, and Cloud Linux. So you have flexibility there, and you do have a free backups for everyone. That's what we love a lot in terms of the value that they really can add to your operations. The cheaper plans all include 100 gigabyte of free backups. For people running smaller sites on a VPS, that's enough to keep a good 2 or 3 backups around at any one time. Plus, you can always back up individual sites via cPanel if it comes to that. But yeah, free backups abound. And so this is really cool. And it's one of those things where you will love the UX, the user experience here with Liquid Web, because you have that level of functionality. And Liquid Web actually has a 2 account control panel, so again, giving you more experience. You have the what we love also is that you can actually avail yourself of Softaculous, the plugin that can really install everything for you. And what we love about the Softaculous sort of plugin here is that you have flexibility, you have also scalability. So choosing planes is easy enough through Liquid Web. This is really cool. You have a simple Cloudflare integration. The server performance is fast enough and always consistent. So we love that a lot. In terms of support, fantastic. So long story short, Liquid Web adds value to your operations via various initiatives, if you will. So what is our verdict here? Let's talk about our verdict. So bottom line here is that Liquid Web is a managed web host that actually offers feature-packed plans, commandable uptime, and terrific customer service. But its overall excellence will cost you big time. Okay, it's one of those things where you got to really see what you're looking for. If you have the resources, if you have the resources to sort of power up your initiatives, then not a problem. So in terms of pricing, Liquid Web is a very advanced hosting solution that employs only the best hardware for its services. This makes it quite expensive. On the other hand, introductory discounts and some affordable hosting options are available for tighter budgets. Plus, paying month to month can reduce your initial investment. So it's one of those things. Do we recommend Liquid Web? Of course. Is Liquid Web legit? Of course. This is a legit web host. And this is actually a safe web host. But as long as you have the cash for it, not a problem. In terms of ease of use, Liquid Web really scored the high also. InterWorks, the control panel, is included by default, making Liquid Web one of the easiest VPS services to use. Just keep in mind that it is an advanced service, and you will take full advantage of it if you had prior experience with VPS or if you're willing to study. The performance is high there as well, with a 100% uptime guarantee and result. Liquid Web really is among the most reliable providers. It also showed actually a speedy load time and handled a significant load of traffic without any optimizations set up. And security is up there as well. So Liquid Web takes care of essential server security, while application protection is really left up to each website's owner. Nonetheless, DDoS attacks, firewalls, and SSL certificates are either automatically, it's not the attacks, the DDoS prevention, the firewalls and SSL certificates are either automatically on, or you can easily set them up in the control panel. And support is there 24/7. This is kind of cool. And so this is really what it is. Now, if for any reason you think you are looking for some alternatives to Liquid Web, well, you have a lot of players that can be rival, if you will, Liquid Web. You have a WP engine, you have Hostinger, you have a Bluehost, you have a Cloud Host, you have Mocha Host, and the list goes on and on and on. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let's quickly do a recap here. So into this conversation, I went through a Liquid web hosting review. So I gave you the overview, the pricing, the specs, the value added, the ease of use, the performance, the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.